I've got two words. Alabama Barker.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with KCK. Yep, that's me.
Good morning, everyone. It is officially spring, and that makes me very happy. When we started to watch The White Lotus yesterday, it was still light outside at 7 p.m. And I know like it has been for a while, but it was like very sunny, and it did not seem like it was almost going to be nighttime. So that was good. That's exciting. Also, White Lotus is getting crazy, as it always is, but you know, they always just have to spice things up a little bit. And this season definitely has done that. Severance has come to an end. I'm still a few episodes behind, but people are saying that the finale is just crazy and shocking, and I will have to keep watching it. I think I'm like halfway through the season, and I just got so busy I just put it on the back burner and forgot to keep watching it. It's one of those shows that you have to really pay attention, and I'm just used to watching grown women who spend money on extravagant things, throw drinks at each other, and scream and yell, and that's my comfort for for the day. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome to, what is this, episode 82, 83? I don't even know. What are we going to talk about today? I went to a birthday party for my friend Mia Thursday. It's Friday. No, Saturday. And then we went to Milk, this club. We went to this place after called Cecilia's Pizza. It's kind of a place we usually go to after we go to the bars or something. And then I went to an after party, you guys. I've been to one after party, but I went to another after party. And this apartment was really, really cool. It felt like I was in New York. It was like very industrial, like exposed brick and cement. Like there was no what am I trying to say? Sheetrock. It was very cool. Anyway, and then I went to brunch with my friends the next day. We walked around outside at the gateway, and it was super nice and warm and sunny. And yeah, it makes me want to live downtown or just in Salt Lake. You know, I want to live like there like half the week, and where I live now the other half the week, because they're very opposite of each other, but I love both of them. I love both places, and I love what they both have to offer. So who knows, you might see me up there soon. Well, you always see me up there, but you might see me going into my own apartment soon. Just kidding. It won't be soon, but it will be. It will happen. What else is new? I don't really know. So pretty much my whole life right now revolves around Coachella. It is go time because we have I don't even know, 3 weeks until, yeah, I think it's 3 weeks. April 11th is the first day of Coachella. And we finalized our place we're staying last night. So, yeah, it really is. I got my ticket in the mail. They came in like this box full of like pamphlets and stickers, and like you can create your own vision board. And I'm like, I did not know this was that big of a thing. Like I thought you just got a ticket on your phone, pretty much like everything else nowadays. But I think I've got all of my outfits, or pretty much all of them, picked out. They're not gonna be anything crazy. Do you remember like 2015, 2016 Coachella? Like I hope people still don't dress like that. I think that time is gone. Like, can we just like wear cool, nice clothes? Like, why does it have to be these over the top, extravagant? Like, remember that year that James Charles went and like his whole butt was out? I'm like, I mean, is that really necessary? Like, why? I don't know. I'm just excited to see, like, it's the first time I'm going, and am excited to experience all of the stuff that I hear about all the time. And to go with my friends. My friends are probably some of the funniest people on the planet, and I cannot wait to just laugh with them and, create memories. So yeah, let's see what is on the docket first today. It's kind of just like, it's not like not exciting stuff happening, but also not like crazy stuff, But Miley Cyrus she is about to release something. I don't know if it's going to be a song. I mean, she's going to release a whole era. We've already talked about this, but I don't know if it's going to be a song or like a music video or a track list or an album announcement. But she's changed all of her pictures, like on her profile pictures and stuff like that, to this picture of her. I'm assuming you can't really tell, but it is her. It's like a dark background and her hair's all crazy, but it's called Something Beautiful, and people are getting very excited, including myself, because I need Miley. I talked about this in my TikTok I posted. I need her to release this era, and then I need her to go on tour, because it has been, I don't even know, 11 years since she went on tour, like official tour. She's always like, for some reason, my cousin's like, why is Miley always in like South America performing at these random festivals? I'm like, that is a good question. I couldn't tell you why, but she always is. It's really weird. I found this tweet, and I'm just realizing it doesn't say who said it, or it doesn't say source said or anything, but it says, "You will be shocked by the visuals of this album. It's one of the best works I've ever witnessed. The teaser is simply shocking. It's horror and you will be scared." Scared is in all capitals, by the way. "You'll need a strong stomach, and yes, she is being unearthed. Something Beautiful, the visual album by Miley Cyrus." So yeah, prepare to be scared. Apparently, I'm curious to see what she does with this and how it's gonna go. She said it's inspired by a Pink Floyd album. I don't think she specified which one. But yeah, speaking of that, she also tried to dismiss the Flowers lawsuit, but a judge has blocked that request, and so I guess now she has to go to court. I don't know if she does or like the other songwriters have to. I'm pretty sure she's a songwriter on this song, but I don't know. When I read about it months ago, it seemed like she didn't really have much to do with it. No. I'm thinking of the songwriters of Bruno Mars' song. It wasn't technically Bruno Mars suing her. It was the producers and songwriters of his song, When I Was Your Man, which is what they're saying Miley stole from them. Okay, so I did a little more research, and it is a company that has purchased the catalog of one of the writers on When I Was Your Man, and they're the ones that are pursuing legal action. It says, according to the order, Cyrus, 32, and her legal team had a misunderstanding of the legal precedent surrounding what exclusive means, which the judge deemed incorrect. Ownership of exclusive rights is not to be conflated with exclusive ownership of rights. The exclusive rights are what is owned collectively by the co-owners. The order states, per the order, Lawrence's interest was a co-ownership interest in the exclusive rights of copyright. By transferring all the interest, Tempo now steps into Lawrence's shoes and is a co-owner of the exclusive. Tempo is the company that bought it, just FYI, and is a co-owner of the exclusive rights of the copyright. A lawyer for Tempo Music Investments tells People in a statement that they are thrilled but not surprised by the ruling. Our client is looking forward to having this case proceed to be resolved on its merits and extremely confident in prevailing. So basically they're just trying to get money. It's just a cash grab. I truly don't think Bruno Mars gives a shit about this, because he has some of the biggest songs of all time, and it honestly just gets his name out there more, which his name is huge anyways. So it's just behind the scenes people who just want money. It's just what life's about. It's all about money. And people People can't get enough. This is interesting. Klarna has partnered with DoorDash, which that is a frightening statement, frightening headline. If we were DoorDashing Taco Bell, we there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the world we're living in because I mean, how much is a Taco Bell taco or meal? Like, it can't be more than $10, right? To have to Klarna it, I don't understand the logic of it. Honestly, I don't. But someone saw the headline. They're like, Klarna for DoorDash. Oh, honey, we are in the recession. Like, the recession isn't upon us. We are in the recession right now. So yeah, that also Forever 21 has filed for bankruptcy for. This is the second time. The first time was like 2018, I want to say, and that was kind of like a restructuring of the company and trying to get back on their feet. But I don't think they could do it, and it honestly doesn't surprise me because I feel like they expanded so quickly in a few like short years. They've been around for a while, but there was a time there where they were just going crazy, and they're just pumping out all of this crap. It's like, yeah, it's fast fashion, whatever, but like, do you need that much? Like, there was so much product and it was all just trash. Like, you wash it once and it changes colors, it starts unraveling. It's not, I don't know, it's not surprising to me that they are going out of business. So H&M is better at fast fashion, I think. They used to have better stuff, I will say. Now it's kind of just like, yeah. But I haven't been there for years, so I can't really. I guess I shouldn't say years. I went there in December, but I didn't buy anything. So that just tells you right there that it used to be one of my stops all the time when we go to Vegas. We'd stop at the one in the mall. What is it called? The Forum Shops, where Caesar's Palace is, and there's a huge massive H&M there, and we'd stop there and get some things sometimes, but we don't even do that anymore. Like, it's not even on our list to do. I say our, it's like me and my the voices inside my head. So yeah. Anyway, bye to Forever 21. Hello to DoorDash and Klarna. I still don't understand, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Okay, so Jennifer Yao, I'm pretty sure that's her name, right? She's like the main star on sold on SLC, and she was on the Weekly Trash, which is the podcast and with Josie Van Dyke. She's in Utah, and she basically just talks about kind of what I talk about, but I feel like she's a little bit funnier. She's a little bit more her like takes on things are really funny and really clever. But it would be so cool if I could go on her show. Anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, Jennifer, yeah, she was on her podcast talking about the show and just kind of behind the scenes stuff that we don't know. And apparently Jennifer and her husband went on Below Deck in 2020, I don't even know, 2021, 2022. It was kind of like in COVID, but it was like towards the end of it, and they were just trying to get away and kind of go on a private vacation. So they went to Below Deck, and she kind of just reached out to him and asked if she could be on the show or whatever. And they said yeah, and they filmed it, and she said they ended up airing it. That's kind of how she got in touch with Bravo, because Below Deck is on Bravo, and that's what Soul on SLC is. So they agreed to do a show, and it took like 2 years for casting. They said they kind of forgot that it was happening, or they didn't really hear anything for a long time. And she ended up bringing other agents from other companies on that were more interesting and wanted to be on camera. So some of these people in the show aren't even like original to the, what am I trying to say? The real estate office, the Presidio real estate office. She claims that she had no idea about Matt's stripper problem, and she would have handled that differently. She said that they edited it to make it look like she was standing up for him. But she's like, in my mind, I was thinking of his kids and how they're going to have to deal with this for, in the future, have to like talk to a therapist about all this stuff that's going on with their parents on camera. And it came off as she was defending him, which I don't know, she wasn't. She hasn't even known him that long. It's only been like 4 years that she's known Matt. But what was I getting at? Apparently, I found this really interesting. So Taylor Frankie Paul from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That actually reminds me. No, that's wrong. I always get those confused. There's so many reality shows in Utah. Taylor Frankie Paul from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Hang on, that brings me to another point I have to write down before I forget. Sorry, if I don't write things down right away, I will forget them. Anyway, Taylor Frankie Paul from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She's like the main character or whatever. Her mom, Leanne, works for Presidio Real Estate, and also Dakota Mortensen. Taylor's. I don't know if they're together anymore. I don't know if they're not together, but he also works for them. I'm like, that is so interesting. What a small world. She said there's like 14,000 real estate agents in Utah. Like, that is a lot of people doing the same job. She said a lot of them kind of just do it on the side. They're not very few, but a select, like a handful that make tons and tons and tons of money. And then a lot of them kind of make just a basic salary. Josie's she's from Weekly Trash. Apparently her husband is a real estate agent. I don't know if he does very well. I'm guessing he does, or if her podcast does really well, because she posted a photo dump the other day and they just had all these shopping bags, like Louis Vuitton and all this stuff. I'm like, how do you have that much money? They live in Draper too. So, I mean, if that says anything. I'm just like, I just want to know people that have money, like what they do. I want to know how they got started. And it's always interesting, those people that don't even plan on doing the job that they were doing. They kind of just fell into it. It kind of was like a side hustle, or like a random encounter with somebody, and they're like, yeah, I might as well try this. And it turned out very successful, I don't know why I'm talking about this, because it's like a total tangent. But anyway, she's not sure if the show is coming back. On IMDb right now, the rating is 4.3, so I'm guessing people didn't like it that much, which I wouldn't have given a 4.3. I thought it was pretty good for a reality show. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. It was showing houses in Utah that you don't usually see. Like in Utah, you buy a house in a Ivory Homes or Edge, or what is another big, DR Horton, those big subdivisions. And so everyone's houses pretty much look the same for the most part. And these houses they're selling are cool. They're custom built. A lot of them are modern, and it's just interesting to see that kind of house in Utah and those different kinds. So, I don't know. I liked it. I liked how they filmed in summer. I'm so tired of Real Housewives filming in winter. And also Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That was even more cloudy and depressing than Real Housewives have ever been. Stop filming reality shows in Utah in the winter, please. It's not it. Yes, we have skiing, but that's it. We don't want that. Also, Brittany Bateman from Real Housewives of Salt Lake. I've already talked about this, but she is on Presidio's real estate team too. Apparently, she's been a realtor for a while now, and the company she used to be with was not a fan of her reality work. And so they would never let her talk about her job or anything like that. So she asked Jennifer if she could come over, because she, wanted to film some of the stuff she was doing. She's like, yeah, I mean, we have a show. We might as well come over and do reality over here too. So I don't know, but that brought me down to Brittany. I'm always curious where she gets her money. Like, she's not poor, but she's not like, I don't think she's like super, super rich, but she's definitely not middle class, I would say. She's like very upper middle class. And apparently her dad used to be a real estate developer. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because she mentioned something about her working with her dad or helping with his business or something. She does a lot. She's also like an interior designer. She also is an actor. She sings, as we all know, so cringe worthy in public. I don't know how she can do that and just not. When she was in Hawaii at the airport getting her bags, like singing, sitting on the carousel on a suitcase, and the people were like, "Girl, you're gonna get arrested." And I'm like, that might be necessary. But apparently, she had to sue her ex-husband for over $2 million because he was just like very controlling and very manipulating, and apparently he demanded sex several times a day, like on demand, and she wasn't allowed to complain about it. And what else? What else? He made her sell her company, which doesn't make sense to me. Because how are you suing him for $2.5 million if he doesn't have any money? Because she said he made her sell her company, which is a production company, which was supposed to bring in like $150,000-$200,000 that year, because he was broke and on food stamps and they needed the money. And I'm like, so how are you suing him if he has no money? Like, it doesn't even make sense. But I don't know. That's all I know. And apparently that he's the reason why her daughters don't talk to her. If you ever watch the show, she has a very strange relationship with her kids, and they don't want anything to do with her. Apparently it's from this recent guy. She was married from 2016 to 2019. So very short. And now we all know her as the annoying girl who won't stop talking about dating what's his name, Jared Osmond. But yeah, I shouldn't say she's annoying in general. That's not very nice of me to say. It's annoying how much she talks about Jared Osmond, because we don't care. It's not the flex that you think it is. Like, we're not like, oh my gosh, Jared Osmond. Like, I honestly don't even think now I would recognize him in public. It's just like, the Osmonds are famous, yeah, but the nephew of an Osmond, it's just not gonna, like, it doesn't have the clout that you think it does, Brittany. So please stop talking about it. What is next? Tom Daley, the Olympic diver, has a documentary coming out. It's called 1.6 Seconds. And apparently that's the time divers take to get from the diving board to the water. If you're unaware, Tom Daley was the Olympic diver for the UK team, British team. Is that how you would say it? But they followed him since his first Olympics began in Beijing in 2008 when he was 14. Then it went to the Tokyo Olympics 2020, and then the Paris Olympics 2024, where he won his silver medal. It says the film has been produced for Warner Brothers, Discovery, and the Olympic Channel, the digital broadcast service of International Olympic Committee, by Savell and Tom Wood for Western Edge Pictures. It will feature exclusive footage, personal family films, and interviews with Daley and those close to him. In the film, Daley reflects on growing up in the spotlight under physical and mental pressure, the lasting influence of his late father, Robert, and coming out in the media. Subjects in the film include Daley's mother, Debbie Daley, husband Dustin Lance Black, the Oscar-winning screenwriter of Milk. If you're unaware, his husband is an Oscar winner. And Daley's mentor, Leon Taylor. First coach, Andy Banks, and Jane Figueroa, I think that's how you say it, who coached him to Olympic gold. It doesn't say when. I think it's coming out in June. Pretty sure. So there you go. If you like Tom Daley, you'll be interested in that. Okay, so they're gearing up. I'm pretty sure did they already announce Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? They did. I feel like everything is a blur right now. Hang on. Okay, yeah, sorry. It comes out May 15th. I'm pretty sure they have a release date for that because the new trailer came out. I don't know what is going on with me because in my notes today I was going through them and I'm like, wait, why is that in there? And it said Trisha Paytas is pregnant, and I'm like, yeah, that was a long time ago. And I checked, and she posted about it March 6th. I'm like, why did I post that on this note segment? Like, I just don't understand. Anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, Jen and Zach. Well, I guess it's mostly Zach. Posted a video of him with the Chippendales dancers, and people were like, I know it's just to get people upset and mad and angry, but people are like, well, why can you do this, but Jennifer can't, or whatever, or Jen can't? And I'm like, I think that's the point. I think that's like kind of what they're going for. They want people to be mad. The things people are mad at the most is that she's still with him. Like, we're not gonna like him. Like, it doesn't matter if he's changed. Like, we don't like him. So stop trying to make us like him. It's not gonna happen. Um, I don't know. I can't imagine being married to someone like that. Someone who makes you feel guilty about stuff that doesn't even need to be felt guilty about. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm sure we'll find out all about it on the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on May 15th. Speaking of that, Vanderpump Villa is coming back. And this is a weird crossover. Because usually when you see crossovers, it's people from the same network. And this is not the case. So Vanderpump Villa is Lisa Vanderpump. She used to be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She owns a bunch of restaurants. I talked about her last week. She's opening a new hotel in Vegas. And she has the show Vanderpump Rules, and it's all about the people that work for her. And they've done a spin-off series called Vanderpump Villa, where they all go to this house, and I honestly don't know the premise of this show. They go to a house and do like competitions, and apparently if they win, they get a job opportunity at a new restaurant she's opening, or like a better restaurant than what they work at, and they get like a bonus. It says follows the hand-picked crew of Lisa Vanderpump's opulent French villa as they live and cooperate to satisfy each extravagant want of the affluent visitors. Okay, so it's people that come visit and they have to take care of them. I'm not really sure how they determine who wins this, but I don't know. But what I'm getting at is Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Some of the cast comes on this show, this new season, which comes out April 24th. And, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Vanderpump Villa is not on Bravo, like Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Villa is on Hulu, which is also where Mormon Wives is on. Okay, it's all making sense now. So, I actually have never watched this show, but I really do like Lisa Vanderpump. I'm watching Housewives of Beverly Hills from the beginning, and that's when Lisa's on. And I just really like her. She is messy, but she's messy in a way that it doesn't make her the bad guy until people were like, well, wait a minute. Didn't you tell so-and-so to say this? And she's like, no. And she's like, I never said that. They're like, yeah, but you told them that, right? She's like, yeah, but I never said for them to tell anybody else about it. It's just like stuff like that. It's like, okay, but you were the instigator of this. No, I'm not. Oh, I love reality TV. It's so good. It's just so wonderful. Gal Gadot has her star on the Walk of Fame now, and just in time for Snow White. I had someone tell me that they did not like the new Snow White, which I figured it would be the case. It's just been a really hard rollout for this movie. I think it's been postponed because of COVID. Rachel Zegler has been not very supportive of the movie, or just easy to deal with in the sense of interviews and stuff like that. She really doesn't like the original story of Snow White. And I'm like, I mean, okay, that's fine, but you're playing this character. Like, you could have said no. You don't have to take on this character and then come in and change it all. I don't know. They said it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. And Yeah, so I don't know. Go see it. Oh, I went and saw a movie. I was gonna go see Snow White, but the times just didn't line up right, and I would have had to wait like 2 hours to go see the first showing of Snow White in the day. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I looked at other films, other movies, films. I looked at other movies that were playing, and there was one called Last Breath. It's got Woody Harrelson in it, and it's a true story about these people that go to the bottom of the ocean and fix pipelines. Did you guys know that there's 20,000 miles of pipelines under the sea? I think it's miles. It's either miles or feet, but I'm pretty sure it's miles. And it's just like carrying gas and stuff like that through the ocean to like other countries. I'm like, that is interesting. I think it comes from those big oil rigs that are on the ocean, which will never make sense to me. I do not know how they can do that. I also don't know how. I want to know that conversation, how that came up. Oh, what if we spent a bunch of money and built towers in the ocean? It just seems impossible, doesn't it? It's one of those things that does not seem real or like it would return any kind of profit because it's so expensive to make. But apparently it does. So basically, they go down and they had to be in these chambers for 4 days on the ship, and then the ship takes them to their coordinates. Then they get into these little pods, and then they go into the water. So they're like already acclimated to the pressures of below sea level. And because if you're unaware, if you go scuba diving, you have to like go down slowly, and then you have to come up slowly. You can't just come up all at once, or else you could like, I think your veins could explode or something, just because the pressure is so big. Also, when I went skydiving, they're like made us sign tons of paperwork, and some of it was you're not allowed to skydive and scuba dive in the same day. Like you have to wait 24 or 48 hours before you can do one or the other after doing one of them, because the pressures is just so hard on your body. Anyway, then they go down this little other tiny ship which has a hole in it and it's not sinking. So there's just so much that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if it's the oxygen pressure that's pushing the water down, making it not come up. Then they get in these suits and they attach oxygen to them and like power and like their radios and stuff. And then they go and walk on the bottom of the ocean floor and go to like these pump stations under the water and make sure the pressure is right, make sure everything's good to go. And I'm like, that is just, it blows my mind. But they say it's one of the most dangerous jobs you could do, which makes sense. But during this, there's a huge storm up top, and the ship is kind of like just sitting there waiting for them to do their thing. But the computer malfunctions and the thrusters, the jets, quit working, so the ship starts drifting. And they can't, for some reason, they can't manually override it. So, like this IT guy on the ship has to rewire something to make the ship so they can use the thrusters on their own. And the ship drifts too far away and it rips the cord off this one guy, so he's trapped at the bottom of the ocean. And he is down there. This is a true story, you guys. He's down there for 27 minutes without oxygen. And they get him out or whatever. They make it back to him, which is a miracle. And they bring him up and he lives. He's still alive. They showed him at the end, like the real life guy. And he survived. Like no brain damage, nothing. Nothing is wrong with him. So, I don't know. It was a good movie. I was actually very impressed with it. The most famous people in it are Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as I thought it was. And it was one of those theaters that it's like all recliners, but all of them are on the same level. It's like you don't like walk almost to the screen and then turn and then go up the stairs, you like walk in and they're all on one level. So the back row is like where the aisle is, and I was the only one in the theater, and it was like there was some parts that were really, really loud and scary, and I just kept looking back because I'm like, I feel like someone is watching me. Like I just feel so exposed right here in this seat. It was really uncomfortable for me. But anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, Gal Gadot. Okay, what else? Dark Horse by Katy Perry is expected to surpass Double Diamond status. I haven't found any official paperwork on this yet, but my Twitter sleuths have confirmed it and said it is true or almost true. So which would mean that song has sold 20 million units just by itself. So that is a lot. That is a lot of music for that's a lot of sales for one song. And the song didn't even debut at number 1. The song kind of let's see, what did Dark Horse debut at? Oh, it was higher than I thought. I thought it was like 40, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Dark Horse debuted at number 17 on Billboard Hot 100 and at number 4 on Hot Digital Songs chart with 194,000 downloads sold in its first week, ending October 5th, 2013. So then it slowly made its ranks up the charts. So basically, pretty much like a dark horse, kind of coming from the shadows and surpassing expectations. And then it became a massive song of 2013 and 14, and now it's like the most successful female song of all time. I love it. Okay, have you guys been following the Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber stuff? I think we've all been aware of this, but for some reason people are bringing it up again. There's like a 7-part series on TikTok, which I haven't watched, but I've kind of got the gist of it. They're just showing how the lengths that Hailey Bieber went to be near Justin Bieber. And they're showing like old red carpet interviews with him and concerts and stuff. And in the background, she's always there. There's just always a picture of her in the background of all these things that he's doing. And they're just saying how she's just trying so hard to be Selena Gomez. And, oh, her new album's out, by the way. And Selena did this interview and was just talking about how she had to find peace within herself, and now that means no one else can make her feel inferior, or something like along the lines of that. But then they flash forward to an interview Hailey does, and she says almost the exact same words, like almost the exact same speech. And I'm like, you're not even gonna try and mix it up? Like, it's pretty blatantly obvious that you are, I don't know, are after Justin Bieber and want to be Selena because you know he's still in love with Selena. Apparently he called Selena on their wedding day, on him and Hailey's wedding day, or tried to or something. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just, now she's moved on to Benny Blanco. They've got their new album together. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite album ever. I feel like it grows on you the more you listen to it, but I don't know. It's just much different than I thought it was going to be. And it feels like it was recorded like on like an iPhone. It doesn't feel like the recording is that great. There's a song on there that is a Charli XCX song that she was going to put on her album but decided not to. And you can tell, like, if you didn't know that and you listen to the song, you're like, this sounds like Charli XCX. It sounds like Brat. And it is. You are correct. Anyway, what was I getting at? Justin and Hailey Bieber. Just that she is the ultimate manifester. She got what she wanted. There was a meme that said, if I send you this, it's a picture of Hailey when she's younger. Just know that that man will be mine in 9 years. So, I don't know. I feel like she's in love with him more than he's in love with her. I mean, obviously, if she's been stalking him, but I don't know. I don't know why this is still dragging out. Like the him and Selena Gomez thing. That was so long ago. Like so long ago. They're completely different people now. But I don't know. When you love someone, you love someone. And apparently it just didn't work out. I wonder why. I wonder what the cause was every time they got back together. What was so toxic and what just wasn't working. Okay, moving on to Disney news. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, announced a bunch of new expansions for theme parks around the world. There's going to be a not Cars Land, but Cars themed rides in Magic Kingdom. It's replacing Tom Sawyer's Island, which is really interesting. Let's see. Will include a Cars themed area and Villains themed land in Magic Kingdom. Disney's Hollywood Studios will see the addition of a Monsters Inc. themed land, while Disney's Animal Kingdom is progressing with a Tropical Americas expansion featuring experiences based on Encanto and Indiana Jones. I'm just curious, how are they going to get people to the island? Are they getting rid of the lake in Magic Kingdom? Like, is everybody going to have to take that ferry thing across the water to get to Cars? I can't imagine that they would do that. But then it's like, if they build a bridge, how is the boat going to get across? You know? There's just so much that needs to be thought of. It says Iger also acknowledged the ongoing work at Disneyland Resort and Disneyland Paris, both of which were previously detailed at D23. Disney's California Adventures Campus is set to double in size with 2 new attractions, and the park will gain a new ride through experience themed to Coco, along with a dedicated Avatar-themed area. Meanwhile, Disneyland Paris will introduce its first ever Lion King-themed ride with Pride Rock, serving as the gateway to Simba-focused water attraction. It's kind of like Tiana's Bayou looks like what the new Lion King is. It says Disney Cruise Line's expansion is also highlighted. I think we have 2 new ships scheduled to set sail this year sometime. Yeah, so there you go. What else was they going to do? I think that's it. The main thing to me is just the Cars area. I don't know if it's going to be a big area like in California Adventure. I can't imagine it will be. But yeah, there you go. If you're a Disney person like I am. Drake Bell is going to be on, it's probably out this week, on Josh Peck's podcast. And it's a 2-part series. 2-part episode, whatever. Should be interesting. This is Josh Bell, and Drake Bell and Josh Peck reunite for the first time since Quiet on Set. Completely eye-opening. This is from People, so I don't know how much we can trust it, but actually People's pretty accurate on some things. It says Drake Bell and Josh Peck, who starred together in Nickelodeon's Drake and Josh. I met somebody the other day who had never watched Drake and Josh. Who was it? It might have been my niece, which kind of checks out because she's a lot younger than me. But if you have not watched Drake and Josh, you should. It's really good. They are reuniting for the first time since the documentary Quiet on Set premiered in spring 2024 to talk about their time on the show, their lives as child stardom, and the bombshells the documentary revealed. In People's exclusive preview of the March 24th episode, Josh's Good Guys podcast, which he hosts alongside Ben Sofer, Josh and Bell opened up about their time working together on Drake and Josh and what it was like to be Nickelodeon stars. I feel like I just read that 3 times. We get that they rekindle their time on Drake and Josh. Sofer 32 and producer Olivia Mead spoke on the podcast about completely eye-opening experiences of watching Quiet on Set, and it never at all clicked that Josh and Bell, both 38, were also kids. So what's today? The episode comes out today, so make sure to go ahead and listen or watch or whatever. Speaking of child stars, there is a new documentary coming out on Paramount. It is about the Carter family, Aaron Carter and Nick Carter. I also forgot that Nick was in Backstreet Boys. Isn't that where he was from? But there's a new documentary coming out. Let's see. About the family. And it's on Paramount. let's see, the documentary The Carters, Hurts to Love You for an inside look at Aaron and Nick Carter's family. Yeah, so it kind of just basically goes through what it was like growing up with their brothers being famous and how fame ruined their family pretty much, kind of tore them apart, and just the sad story of Aaron and all that he went through. Let's see, when does it come out? On Thursday, March 20th, Paramount Plus unveiled the official trailer and premiere date for The Carters. It will premiere April 5th exclusively on Paramount Plus. So go ahead and get your popcorn ready for that one. And it's probably going to be really sad, honestly. It's probably not going to be a feel-good show at all, so just prepare for that. Kelsey Ballerini brought out Ali and AJ Mashaka on stage with her, and they sang potential breakup song. I'm curious what's going on with her tour, because she completely canceled Vegas. It's without any explanation at all. And people kind of called the venue and were asking about it, and they're like, when artists do that, it's usually because of very low ticket sales. They didn't really confirm that was the actual case, but I can imagine just completely canceling it. If there's not that many people to fill it, why not go to a smaller venue? Just say hey, change the venue. It's gonna be here now. She could have done the Cosmopolitan Theater or the MGM Grand Arena. I just feel like canceling the whole thing is just not necessary. You know what I mean? But she's coming to Salt Lake March 29th, which is soon. And they are advertising it like crazy. And I don't know if that means it's not sold out. I don't know if they just are excited about it. But anyway, Dua Lipa has started her new tour in Australia. She did 5 shows in Melbourne, I think. And she brought out Troye Sivan on stage. And she and Troye started talking just kind of after they were done singing. She's like, you and I actually recorded a song remix to Physical, and we never released it. But she's like, I have a flash drive here, and we need someone to leak this song. And so she just goes in the audience and finds the most loyal of fans, and she found this one girl that had been waiting in line for 24 hours. And she was front row, so it worked. But so she gave her the flash drive, and it's on Twitter. I don't know if they're gonna release it on actual streaming services, but it's pretty good. That song is truly a song that I feel like didn't get enough credit, get enough flowers, because it is truly such an amazing song, such an amazing pop song. Just a great song in general, and it didn't even debut. It didn't even make it to number 1. Let's see. Let's find out. It's so good. The whole era is good. Also, I didn't even realize I bought the 5-year anniversary edition of Future Nostalgia. I didn't think I did, but I was going through my emails, and I did. I bought it, so it should be arriving any day now. Okay, I pulled up the Billboard chart thing, and every time I see it, it shocks me. The fact that she has no number 1 hits is so interesting to me. She has 5 top 10 hits and 24 in the top 100, but Levitating reached number 2. It was so close to reaching number 1. It reached number 2. Cold Heart with Elton John reached number 7. Don't Start Now, number 2. New Rules at number 6. Dance the Night, number 6. Break My Heart, 13. Houdini, 11. IDGAF, 49. One Kiss, 26. These are all just really big songs. This one surprised me. Sweetest Pie is at 15. I feel like that one didn't do very good. We're Good. This song, I love this song. It is one of the best songs ever. 31. Illusion, 43. Love Again, 41. Scared to Be Lonely, 76. Prisoner, 54. Electricity, 62. Training Season, 27. Potion, 71. And then Physical is at 60. That's just so crazy to me. This song is a major pop song and deserves much more appreciation than this. Anyway, this is sad. George Foreman died. And if you're wondering who that is, the way I knew of him was from his grills. And apparently he was a fighter, a wrestler. No, hang on. George Foreman, American professional boxer and businessman. He was only 79, I think. But he's gone. How the George Foreman Grill became a $250 million success. He's either 76 or 79, and I don't know necessarily how he died. He was 76. What we know about the boxing legend's cause of death at 76. George Foreman, a heavyweight boxing champion, who also became known for his portable home grill, died March 21st at 76. His family said that he was surrounded by loved ones. So I'm guessing he was sick, is what I would imagine. Foreman's career. How much money did George Foreman earn from the George Foreman Grill? 100 million grills have been sold. Holy crap. At the time of his death, Foreman was said to have been worth $300 million. Estimates that you earned in excess of $200 million on the grill. True, Foreman replied, much more. There were months where I was being paid $8 million per month. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. While it's unclear if George Foreman was sick before his death at age 76, his family said in a statement that he was surrounded by loved ones. He died in the hospital, so I'm guessing things weren't going that well. A few more things here. What are we at? 51 minutes? A few more things, a few more items to check off the list. There's a new movie coming out with Sophia Carson. It's called The Life List. It comes out March 28th, so I think Friday. A woman revisits her childhood aspirations, endeavoring to achieve her old goals, only to discover that pursuing these lifelong dreams takes her on an unforeseen and surprising journey. It's on Netflix, and it stars Sophia Carson and Connie Britton. She's from the show Nashville. She's one of those actresses that if you saw, you're like, oh yeah. She's also on the very first season of American Horror Story, which I remember trying to watch that when it very first came out, and I was like, this is really disturbing. This show is very, very disturbing. Other than that, no one else that super famous is in here. And who knows, it's probably just going to be I won't say cheesy, but you know what I'm talking about, kind of movie. I didn't realize people did not like the movie Flight. What was it called? She's in it. Sophia Carson. It just came out during Christmas. And I'm like, damn, people are very picky. Like, why are you have to be that picky about stuff? It's not that big of a deal. It's called Carry On. And people did not like it. They were like, they're like, it's so unrealistic. I'm like, it's a movie. It's a movie. Go into it thinking it's a movie and don't be so shocked when things that couldn't happen. It's just how it is. It just bugs me. Okay, last on this list is John Goodman is selling his house in New Orleans. And it is $5.5 million. Let's see. It's a pretty house. John Goodman puts his historic New Orleans home on the market for $5.5 million, weeks after LA Mansion was destroyed in wildfires. I wonder why. Doesn't he need a place to live? The Roseanne Star 72. I love John Goodman. You just know when he's in something it's going to be good. And his wife, Anna Beth Goodman, have been residing in Louisiana abode for 20 years now, having decided to relocate to New Orleans in 1989. At first, Goodman and his wife, along with their daughter Molly, moved into what the actor previously described as a haunted house in a suburb of the city. However, the 3-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom home proved to be too eerie for the family. So in 2005, Goodman purchased a stunning 4-bedroom, they spelled this wrong. 4-bedroom, 4.5-bedroom property, I think that means bathroom, in the city's Garden District of Nine Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor, paying $1.8 million in an off-market deal. The home has served as a primary residence for Goodman and his wife ever since until now. It's really pretty. It's really very New Orleans for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's selling it, but he is. And it could be yours for $5.5 million. It's got a chef's kitchen. Perfect for entertaining. The pool's not very big. It's just like a little one. It's got that back porch with like the ceiling fans on it, and then they have like drapes you can close. I don't know. It's very cool. They did a house like that in Provo one year for the Parade of Homes. It was very New Orleans inspired, and it was very cool. It was cool to see something different like that in Utah. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting me on TikTok too. I know I feel like I sound like a robot on TikTok. It's just very hard to be overly animated. I'm just not like that. I don't, unless I'm like super passionate about something. I can't just like, mind you, like I'm just sitting here by myself. It's not like I'm like engaging in conversation with somebody to get me hyped up. So like I'm like, hi, I'm Casey, and here's some stuff that happened in pop culture. Then you just start to think and overthink everything, and you're like, that was stupid. Do I sound dumb? Do I sound like, I don't know. Plus, like my hair's at a weird phase right now. I'm not getting it cut until the week before Coachella, and my eyebrows are overgrown. So I just feel, I don't know. When I see myself on camera, I'm kind of like, ugh. But oh well. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm going to go drink my celery juice in preparation for Coachella. And it's supposed to be 73 degrees on Wednesday in Utah. And I cannot wait. It's outside running weather again, you guys. I can go outside and run again. I'm so excited. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye. I just realized I didn't talk about Alabama Barker, so I will talk about her in the next episode. Yeah. Anyway, if you're not aware, just Google Alabama Barker. The search results will speak for themselves. All right, bye.